expecting that.
Yes.
Caught us off guard. Happy Wednesday, everybody. Welcome to the Brownwood Lions Coaches Show here on KOXC. I'm Derek Stuckley, along with Brownwood Lions head football coach, athletic director Sammy Burnett, and a special guest that we will get to here shortly. First of all, we are 2 days away from the area playoff game against Canyon. So how are the preparations progressing this week?
They're going well. I mean, our kids are really taking it serious. They're excited about the opportunity they have. It's like I said before, they've been working for hours upon hours for the opportunities that are presented to them right now, and they're just, continuing to invest time and grasping the knowledge that they need and the scheme that they need to go out there and play fast and play physical. So I couldn't be any more excited about their preparation. So I look forward to Friday night.
Of course, Canyon comes in with just the one loss to Canyon Randall. We do have one similar opponent. They played Andrews, beat them 44-30. I guess, have you seen that film, and what did you gather from that?
Yeah, I mean, I was actually watching it this morning and to try to find a common opponent and how we fared and how they fared. But, if you look at that ball game, people ask me who do I compare them to? I'd compare them to a Burnett or an Andrews is what I'd compare them to. Now, I may show up Friday. I may be sadly mistaken or gladly mistaken. Who knows? But the difference in that ball game was the quarterback run play, and the linebacker stripped it from him, and he turned backwards. Linebacker stripped it, ran in for a touchdown, and then the next kickoff they fumbled it and gave him the ball on the 10-yard line, and Canyon scored again, and they won by 14 points. So, no different than what we talked about in previous games with us that we weren't successful. The turnovers will kill you, and mistakes will kill you, and giving people points will cost you ball games, and that's happened to us twice. So, lesson learned for us is to make sure that doesn't happen, and you don't give a team like Canyon, who's 10-1, an opportunity to be successful because of your mistakes. So we've been focusing on that really hard. Protect the football, don't get penalties, win all three phases of the game. Every play has to have a sense of urgency in everything that you do, and with all the passion that you have, you play it to the fullest, because if you don't, you may not get another week to do it. So our kids have accepted that. They're embracing the challenge, and they're very confident in themselves and the gifts that they've been blessed with, and they're going to go out and use them to the fullest. So, tendency-wise with Canyon, they're a good football team. They're good up front. They're not real big up front, but they're fast and physical. They'll play four quarterbacks. Number 6 is the kid that's going to go out and operate, run the entire offense. He'll run the read game. He'll throw the short pass, the deep pass. They'll put 39 in, who's really he's a freshman. He's really a thrower. He's not a big kid, but that's who they like to throw the ball down the field with. And then they'll bring every once in a while 7, who's a running back, will run the ball. 11 is just a linebacker that they put in the Wildcat, and he's going to run it. In 20 is an outside linebacker that they put in the Wildcat, and they run the ball. So they're going to get in some sets that they're just going to try to overpower us, and I don't think our defense isn't ready to rise up to that challenge, because they are. They take it personal when people think they can run over them. But so they're tendency-oriented, so we think we can feed off that. And then on the offensive side, we just got to control the line of scrimmage. They're good at what they do. They're very disciplined at what they do. Their back end is really sound in their coverage. They have strong eyes. They don't get off their defenders. They don't get tricked. So we're going to use that to our favor, actually. Some teams that are so disciplined in what they do, it becomes a routine. So we have some things that we think can counter what they do and use their discipline against them, and make them have to adjust with what they're comfortable doing. So all in all, I think we have a great game plan. Our kids have worked extremely hard and understand if you want to be successful on Friday, you got to do the work on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So they're embracing that. We had 3 great days. We have one more day tomorrow just to really go through the game plan again, more of a mental day than a physical day, and kick the field and take care of every situation and scenario that you may see in the game, and feel like if we show up on Friday and we take care of us, that'll be plenty good enough, and we'll come back with another goat ball.
I got my little bullet points over here, and you covered
Did I hit them all?
I got fired up. Let's go, man.
Look at that. I guess you always talk about winning all 3 games. Any other major keys for y'all that have to happen Friday night?
Just the 3 phases. I don't. It's like our MO is right now. It doesn't matter who we play, it's how we play. Why do we work? To get ourselves better and use the gifts the good Lord's given us to the fullest, because that's what He's asked us to do. Other than that, it's the next person that shows up. We don't care who it is. We just take care of us, be confident in who we are, have faith in our abilities, and go out there and play as a team and do it in a way that's pleasing to the Lord. And that's what we talked about, and that's what we're going to continue to do. So we don't care who's next. I don't care what your record is. I don't care how good people say. It doesn't matter. If we can control we can only control what we can control. And that's what we're going to do. And we feel like if we do that and we don't create opportunities for someone to put points on the board, whether it's big plays on defense, whether it's penalties on offense, whether it's turnovers, if we can control those things, we'll be just fine.
Okay. So are we the home team, visitors?
We are the visiting team.
Visiting team.
I'm sorry I didn't relay that. Yeah, we'll be the visiting team. We'll be in all white. We'll sit on the visitor side. There's not much difference other than the fact that there's a press box on the other side, and I think they have some seat backs on the Canyon side, which would be the home side. So if you have a stadium seat, you may want to bring it because I think it's just bench seats on the visitor side. But it's an extremely nice stadium. It's going to be a great environment for our kids to play in.
And tickets, you get them Friday?
To get them at the gate for $7 for adults, $5 for students. They are accepting senior passes. What is a senior pass? I do not know, but if you have one, they'll accept that. They'll use accept district passes, Texas High School Coach Association passes, and senior passes. Other than that, you can get your ticket at the gate with cash for $7 and $5.
All right. Well, again, not to put the cart before the horse, but next week is Thanksgiving weekend. Everybody likes to make plans. Do you have anything lined up if we were to advance?
When we advance?
When we advance.
We'll practice.
Okay.
And we'll be thankful that we're getting to practice.
Okay.
And it'll probably be sometime in the morning.
Okay.
And that's all I know right now. But, yes, we are going to practice next week.
All right.
And if we get to the Friday, it'll be at ACU at 7 o'clock against Big Spring or Wichita Falls.
So it doesn't matter who, it's going to be at ACU.
That's correct.
Okay. Well, that's good. That's not a very long drive.
Nope.
That'll be nice for
It will be nice, to be honest.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and talk about some things that happened last night and things going on the rest of the week before we get to our special guest.
Yeah, if you're watching the video, you know who our special guest is, but let him explain what's going on the boys' side. But on the girls' side, they traveled to Sweetwater and finally got in the win column. Not finally, they got in the win column with 3 victories with all 3 groups, the freshman, JV, and varsity, so congratulations to them. Again, they're a younger team, and we're not using that as an excuse. They're a younger team that are gaining experience. They got a lot of skill. They just need more experience, and as they keep going, they're getting better and better and better, and they've been in every ball game, and Coach Hortz was extremely excited today, as she should be. Those kids are working hard, and we expect great things from them, so keep grinding, keep continuing to grow. When you get those wins, man, embrace them because they're hard to come by. It doesn't matter what sport it is, and congratulations to the girls. They'll be heading to Hamilton Thursday, Friday, Saturday to play in the Hamilton tournament, so we wish them the best of luck in that. And if you don't have anything to do Thursday or Saturday, jump on over there and go watch some games. I know you have something to do Friday because we'll kick it off at 7 o'clock at the Stown Communications Stadium in Midland, Texas, and we need everybody there.
All right. So, our special guest, would you like to introduce
Yeah,
him?
I would. A really uncommon person. The more I'm around him, the more I grow and learn from him. He's got an extremely strong Christian faith. I mean, extremely strong. That's what leads him and directs him. And I've been in a lot of places. I've been doing this 30 years. And the biggest conflict you'll ever find in high school activities is the basketball coach and the football coach not getting along. Will Parker is a guy that is a team player. He understands victory. He understands success. He understands molding kids to be winners. You know, that's the mentality that I want. And you won't find a greater supporter of the football team than him. I know his basketball season has started, and I know a lot of his key players for the varsity are playing football right now, but you'll never hear a whimper or word of anything other than support for what our kids are doing. And as an athletic director and a head football coach, I value that. So I appreciate him greatly in everything he's doing. He's rocking and rolling, man. He's got those guys working extremely hard. I don't know that you'll ever find anybody that I think that we work hard on the football side. I really do, but I don't know that we outwork Will Parker. And I don't mean that lightly. I mean, we work extremely hard, but he beats me to the office, and I always think I'm going to be the first one there, and I'm not. He is. But extremely hard worker. Blessed to get him over from Dublin a couple of years ago. You know, that was the Lord's plan. Some things had to come to place for that. But I'm excited about Will being here. I'm thankful that Will's here. And for our basketball program, from bottom to top, you won't find a greater man to lead the program than Will Parker.
I can vouch for that because I have received a text message from you at 4 in the morning before.
I got a bracelet yesterday. He gives me bracelets, too. I'll let him tell that story if he wants to, but it's amazing, man. He's amazing.
Oh.
Thank you. Thank you for that. I appreciate it.
All right, well, let's start. As Coach mentioned, you're nowhere near full strength yet this year, but just kind of talk about expectations between now and the time you get everybody loaded up and ready to go for the season.
Yeah. Well, first of all, I mean, I know you look at us, and we're going to look different later on in the season. The message to the guys this morning was that shouldn't change what we do. The questions are, when you get this person, that person, this group of people, what's it going to? We can worry about that when it happens. We've got to put good days back to back to back, and have good practices, and have the right mentality on how we're doing things. And so, to me, those are the things that we're trying to really focus on here. That being said, I understand people will look and see and say things about our program and about what we're doing. Right now, we've got some really young guys. Nobody on our varsity has had any varsity experience. And I thought last night, which was our first game, was an opportunity for us to really get those guys out there, try and play at our pace, and figure some things out. When we do get the football guys over to us, they will really help us gel together because they've been there. They know that tempo and that style and that just, being able to be out there and do those things that we're used to doing.
Biggest strengths for this group this year, and what do they need to improve on?
Yeah, athleticism, I think. Watching them this summer, watching them, at open gym in the fall, you got to see some things that really would excite any basketball coach. They play hard. They know how to get to the rim. They know how to rebound. And so those things, like those, have got to be our strengths. Like I said last year, I don't like to talk about teams in the past, but, we graduated 2 guys that had over 800 rebounds, and that's a big statistic to overcome. And to me, I try and address that as a challenge. Like, you have an opportunity to step up and make big plays for us. And the way we shoot the ball, the way we play, there's going to be a lot of rebounds to get, and somebody's got to get them. And so hopefully, we'll have some guys out there that are excited about that opportunity to make an impact on the games that way.
Any players you want to mention, keep an eye on for y'all this year?
Yeah, Tristan Salinas was started that both playoff games for us. He's just a great leader out there. Vocally, I think, when I've gone out to football practice, hearing him out there is just really encouraging to me because I know he's going to bring that same energy and leadership back over to basketball when he gets there. He's same kind of thing. You go out to football practice, you see him leading the way he is. Those 2 guys coming back over, I'm excited about that when that happens. Thad Hines played a lot of minutes for us last year. So those 3 guys, off the top of my head, are going to do some big things. I know we've got some other guys that had big minutes on the JV, and they've been chomping at the bit to try and, get up on the varsity and have an impact in our program as well. So we've got some really good seniors. Luke Gray just came back over from Highland Park. He's kind of been out of the game for 2 years. He's a lot of fun to watch. He's energy. He doesn't dictate his play on how the game is, if we're down, if we're up. He's just steady, solid. And so, to me, I think he's really excited about, having an opportunity to play here back home at Brownwood. And so, he's one of those that he knows what it's like to not have this opportunity. And so he doesn't take any day for granted.
Of course, it's down the road, but the district race this year is a little different. Some new teams this year, so how do you see it shaping up?
Sure, yeah. Glen Rose and Stephenville are still in our district. Glen Rose returns the most players from their team. They've got 2 really good players that work well together. The coach over there, he does a great job of running what they run and doing what they do. And so I think Glen Rose is definitely the one that's circled at the top right now. I think Stephenville and ourselves, we think we will bring some great athletes. I think that game might even be more physical than it was last year. And so I think that'll be a really fun game to look at and to see how the 2 of us go. They've got a bunch of football players as well. Kai and I are kind of in the same boat, trying to work with our younger guys and put pieces where they can and try and get us doing the same things. And then the 2 new teams, we lost Lampasas and Gatesville. We picked up Mineral Wells and Graham. You look the last couple years, how they've been, not the strongest basketball programs, but We're not going to take anybody lightly. They're having an opportunity right now to really grow the players that they've gotten. They've got some young talent. Mineral Wells has 2 really good post players, and so we're going to be able to watch film on them, and we'll have them figured out hopefully by the time district starts. But that's the district should probably, if you just want to on paper look at it, there's no reason we can't compete with Glen Rose and Stephenville for a district championship.
Last question then, I guess keys to the season for y'all. What has to happen for y'all to make the most out of this year?
Yeah, we've got to have a point guard that can get the ball at the floor. We've got to have a guy that can set the tone for us. That's a big question mark right now. Will it be Tristan? Will it be Ike? Could it be Gage Sparks, a sophomore? Could it be Caleb Clausen, a junior? Right now those younger guys are having their opportunity. And then when Ike, Tristan, those guys come over, we're going to try and put guys in the best spots to make us successful. And so to me, the pace of the game and how we play dictated by our point guard. Can he get the ball up the floor and make the right decisions? Defensively, can we keep guys out of the middle of the paint? And then offensively, can we get into the middle of the paint and make some things happen? So that's what we're looking for.
Okay. All right. Anything else you want to mention or add, Coach?
Man, this guy right here, man. Love this guy. Man, you're doing a great job. I'm just fired up about Friday. Trying to talk my wife into making it a date. I don't know if she's falling for it, Coach. It's a long drive. So I might be flying solo. But, no, I'm pumped up, man. It's a great day to be a Brownwood Lion. It's fun to walk around campus and just feel that excitement. And so I'm just pumped to be a part of it and to be able to watch the coaches do what they do. Even I just walk by the coaches' offices and just see them working on the computer, and nobody sees that stuff. And I'm fortunate enough where I get to work with guys that are working that hard, and it's a lot of fun to see because what goes into winning as a coach. People don't see it. They don't see the behind-the-scenes stuff. And so for me to watch those guys have the success they're having, and just keep pushing those kids, it fires me up. Like I'm ready to go.
Well, good luck to y'all this year. Thanks for coming in. Anything else you want to mention about basketball, Coach Burnett?
Well, I'm a knowledge of basketball. I used to be a basketball coach, believe it or not, and I was a junior high teacher and coached junior high basketball, but I did know how to work. And the head basketball coach asked me if I'd be his first assistant. I took it while I was all over. I'm like, yes, sir, because he saw that I worked, but me, I'm like, oh, no, now I got to double work. So I was there all morning from 6 o'clock in the morning till we finished practice with the varsity that evening, but I did learn a little bit about basketball, but I forgot it. It's a long time ago.
And hard work never.
But I do know this. Coach's brand of basketball is exciting to watch. It's like the UNLV running Rebels. Boy, we get it up and down the court, and there ain't no lollygagging. And I don't like lollygagging, so I really like watching them play. Man, they got a great system. The kids love it. Man, you got to do what's best for your kids. But man, when it's exciting for them to get to go out there and do what they do, it's pretty neat. And what I said before about Coach Parker is you can tell by just listening to him speak. He's got great passion and everything. What's nice is it doesn't matter if it's the boys' side or the girls' side, coaching staff. We are blessed with a bunch of phenomenal coaches. I know they they're like dartboards. They get darts thrown at them all the time because it's just the world that we live in, man. It's always, let's throw it on someone else. But you know what? You're not going to find a greater group of people to be for the kids at Brownwood, Texas, than the coaching staffs that we have, boys and girls, high school, junior high, that we have at Brownwood. So I'm excited just to be a part of it and get to work with them. Man, we all know the more we win, it doesn't matter what program, the better we're all going to be. And the better our school's going to be and the better our community's going to be. So that's our common goal, man. We're striving to make every program at Brownwood as successful as they possibly can be, from 7th grade girls soccer to varsity boys football to basketball to softball. It doesn't matter what sport we're playing. We're going to try to, be as good as we possibly can be and represent the community and the school the best way we possibly can be. And more than that, do it in a way that's pleasing to the Lord, man. And that's the message we're spreading, and our coaches do a phenomenal job of that. So I couldn't be more blessed to be in the position that we're in as a coach at Brownwood, Texas.
Amen.
Couldn't have said it any better.
Yeah.
All right. So anything else you want to mention today,
Yes,
Coach?
we better thank those that make this show possible. Of course, Auto Glass Magic, Burner Auto Group, Syntex Body and Paint, Syntex Equipment Sales, Citizens National Bank, Dan Hill Containers, Dr. Bon Young, Dr. Pepper Bottling Company, Everett Jones Investments, Henrik Medical, Howard Enterprises, Humphrey Peets, Heartland Funeral Home, Landmark Life, MC Bank, Painter & Johnson Associates, Smith & Sharp Agency, Sonic Drive-In, Stanley Chrysler, Texas Bank, Weldon Wilson Electric, Western Bank, and Willie's Tees.
All right. Well, we will be back Monday to celebrate an area championship and look forward to a Friday night game against ACU against somebody here on KOXE, KOXE.com, the KOXE app, and the KOXE Facebook pages.
Hey, I'll see you Friday night. Have a great day, Brownwood.